Hi there. Welcome to Small Business Coffee Break, the video series where we take a few minutes to work on your business, not just in it. Today we talk with Jaime Crespo, National Account Executive at GreatInsuranceJobs.com about what's the biggest myth about talent recruitment. So grab a cup of coffee and let's get into it. One of the biggest questions I know that we face in my industry, but not just in my industry, so many of my clients call and ask about is recruitment, and there's so much out there. Could you tell me what the biggest myth about recruitment is?
The biggest myth, and this is probably going to shock everybody, the talent is out there.
What? No, I'm sorry. I've been looking for talent. There is no talent out there. It's hard to find.
Talent is out there. Talent is out there. I think the biggest key that I would suggest to anyone who's looking for talent is that you need to really diversify your channels, meaning don't just post one job on a job board or don't just use one method. You have to use different channels. You have to have as many, resources out there helping you find talent. One quick story. I'm based out of Orlando, and there was a job fair in Orlando at the Amway Center with a Magic play. There were 6,000 people who walked through the door, and we're in what's considered the lowest unemployment rate right now in this country, right? Or at least in our market. And so that's, to me, shocking. And so when I hear people that it's hard to find talent, you're right if you're not using the right tools.
So what do you think they actually mean by when it's hard to find talent? Because could that be the problem?
So you market the position out there, and you inundate it with response, but it's not the quality you're looking for. And it goes back to, again, what's your message? What are the tools that you're using? Is it the right tool for that particular position you're looking for, particular candidate you're looking for? So I think it's about refining what you're doing, making sure you have as many channels out there to help you find that candidate, and you'll start seeing a difference in that return in whatever you're looking for. And so,
are there, that just makes me think, are there different channels that are better for finding different kinds of talent?
Absolutely. Yeah. So depending on the position, there are niche resources, either niche job boards or, social media. Of course, now social media, the beauty of social media is you can target your audience. Just like today, you shop, and all of a sudden, or you're looking on a website, and all of a sudden you're on your social media feed and you see that advertisement of that, shoe that you just looked at.
Well, almost talked about, right? Doesn't it feel like something you talked about it, and all of a sudden it's on your social media?
Could you imagine recruiting be that way? All of a sudden you open your door and your candidate's right there. And so social media is the same way.
Okay.
So you can drive social media to look and target for that audience that you're actually looking for.
So now we're not just talking about using social media for the possibility of finding prospective customers.
Mm-hmm.
We could use social media to target prospective
recruiting.
Employees or talent that we're specifically looking for within a different type of business.
And there's that buzzword right now, AI, artificial intelligence. That's coming that is already in the recruiting. It's just growing, and that's starting to take all that data. Just as a business owner looks for data to find leads or to generate business, we take that same data, and why not look for the right candidate you're looking for? Because we'll know where have they worked, where have they lived, what have been their behaviors, what have been their tendencies, and therefore you can start shaping the kind of person that you're trying to target.
The type of individual you're specifically trying to reach for a job.
Correct.
So within that, what you're saying is understanding exactly what you're looking for is probably the biggest myth part of it, because if we don't really know what we're looking for, how is it that we're going to find it? If we cast a wide net, we're going to get a lot of people, I guess.
Right.
But if we were more niche, more targeted at what we're looking,
right.
One more runoff that comes off of that in my mind it sounds like it's more expensive to do it that way.
It can be. I mean, it can be. So you have to be, of course, mindful of what you're using and who you're using it with. But I am going to say that you have to, you're gonna have, if you want to find the talent, sometimes you do need to spend a little money. And I know sometimes folks may just not have the time or the resources, so they use headhunters or recruiting and staffing firms. Those are always great resources because they're well versed in doing all of those, those particular channels and different ways to find people. But you don't have to go that route. I mean, I think there are very inexpensive options that are out there. Social media is one of them. I mean, social media, you can set yourself a budget and know what you're going to spend and just be smart in how you're targeting. Same as other resources. So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
That is so interesting. I never would have thought of it that way. That's awesome. If you have any questions you'd like me to ask Jaime, I put his contact information in the description. If you have any questions you'd like me to ask Jaime or any other professional in their field, I also put my contact information in the description. See you next week for another cup of coffee and more questions answered.